go, pretty good. Could a gal let it go for the guy to go, let it guess to the get, could it be the gal let it go, could it go, should it guess? Hit a guy, get a guess. Hit a guy, let a gun, let a gaze, hit a guy, again to the goo, did a gay, what a gear, got a gun, let a good, let a girl, and hit a gal to the goose, but a geek, get a gun to the get, but a girl, what a gish. Are you ready?
Ooh.
I'm going to teach you guys the Inneg Method, which I felt was the easiest to learn and also easiest to comprehend when I was new at speaking Jib. So the way that the Inneg Method works is that you're going to take a word and you're going to, for every spoken vowel, put Inneg before the vowel and after the consonant. So if you have the word hi, the word turns into hit a guy. It sounds pretty easy with singular syllabled words, but it gets more complicated, obviously, the more you go up in syllables. For words like hello that have two spoken vowels, you would take it apart and make sure that you add Inneg before each vowel, and it would give you the word hittigil, litigo. And then you have words like phone, which have two vowels, but obviously only one is spoken. You only hear one when you say phone. You don't say phony, you know? So for phone, it would become fittigone. And it's just a matter of taking the words that you know, taking them very slowly and making sure that you are clear, crisp, and coherent when speaking gibberish. When you're having a conversation with someone, my number one tip would just kind of be to be focused on what they are saying. And I know that sounds like obvious, but when you think about it, pretty often, literally all I speak to are English speakers. On a day-to-day basis, everyone speaks to me in English, but I'm a native English speaker. I'm used to only hearing English, you know? So it's like, if someone's talking to me, you don't really think about it, but our brains aren't constantly registering what people are saying. You know, it's like we know those words, so we know what they mean, you know? And it's like, yes, we're listening, but we're not thinking like, what did they just say? You know, we're like, oh yeah, I completely heard them. I understand what they're saying. Whereas with gibberish and any language that you learn, it takes a second to kind of piece together the information that you're getting and make it into a sentence, make it something that is cohesive. So, like I said, just take things slowly. If you know that there's one word that for some reason in gibberish you can't understand, like for me, when I first started, the hardest word for me to understand was television. And it was hard because no one says, I'm gonna watch the television. People say, I'm gonna watch TV, you know? But for some reason, every single person that I spoke to in gibberish wouldn't say TV anymore. They would say television. And so I'd be fine listening to them and they say television and I get so stuck on what that word was and why I couldn't understand it that everything else they say goes out the window. I have no clue what they were just saying. So if there's a word that you know you have a problem with, my advice would just be to constantly say it. Like, just like, to the gal, let it go, it again, shit again. To the gal, let it go, it again, shit again. You know, like if you earring, the gear, it again. If there's a word that just, you can't get it out, the best thing to do is just practice it. Like anything in life, if something keeps tripping you up, you want to just keep practicing it. Another thing would be, as silly as it sounds, try to teach someone else. That way, when you want to practice, you know, you can have someone else to practice with. When I wanted to learn it, my friend who, like, she taught me, she didn't teach me, she told me to catch on and then I'll understand it. She had her sister. So it was like they were constantly keeping up with each other, talking to each other. So they never missed a beat. Whereas she was the only person I spoke it with. So it was like when I saw her one period out of the day, sure, I'd speak it to her, but that's it. I'm not speaking it to anyone else. So I grabbed another friend and I said, listen up, we're going to speak gibberish and we're going to get it, you know? And it makes it easier because it's like you're both new at something and neither of you have any clue what you're doing. So, you know, like the mistakes and the slip ups and the tongue twisters, they're okay. You know, you don't feel like the person's judging you, which holds a lot of people back. They get so worried that someone's judging them that they don't really focus on what they're trying to say. So yeah, just kind of grab someone, especially if you're young, if you have a lot of friends and stuff, grab someone and be like, hey dude, like speak gibberish with me. It's so cool. It's so secretive. And I'm sure one of your friends is going to be like, yeah, like let's do it. So just kind of make sure that you're brushing up on your skills constantly, and just once again, like actually pay attention to what's being said. Like pay attention to what you're saying. Sometimes even I've been speaking gibberish for 6 years and it's like, I just talk sometimes and then I'm like, that made no sense. You know, like I know what I'm saying. My friends know what I'm saying because they speak it. But like if a random jib speaker on the street was trying to understand me, they'd be like, what? Like I picked up on 2 words that you said, you know? So just take it slow. You don't need to sound like special agent gibberish speaker, you know? Like it's like, no matter how fast or slow you speak it, unless you're like, it a guy, nitty-geed, yitty-goo, titty-goo. Okay, people are gonna pick up on it, but it's like, if you're like, it a guy, nitty-geed, yitty-goo, titty-goo, goo, titty-goo, titty-gus, titty-gore, fitty-gore, mitty-gee, people are gonna be like, what? And unless they're really smart, they're not gonna really pick up on it. And once again, just remember the consonants and the vowels and when like syllables. When you break it down into syllables, it's a little easier. So just remember those tips and you'll be all right. I'm thinking of making a public Google document about how to speak jib with just some examples so that it's kind of easier for you to learn. So you can find that down below in the description box. Let me know if you feel like I could give some more pointers. Maybe I'll do a part 2. It doesn't matter. I'm down for whatever. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications so you can find out when I drop my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.